Welcome to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment program. Offering you the naked facts about swinging. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Phoebe and I have some exciting news. We're going to be attending and presenting at Podcastapalooza Color Pop.
It's a 3-night, 4-day full hotel takeover, June 3rd through the 6th, 2022.
That means no one else other than us swingers, couples, thruples, and polyquads.
There will be seminars hosted by sex-positive educators, pool parties, meet and mingles, playrooms, party games, DJs, and nightly themed events.
Come join us and all your favorite lifestyle podcasters for a fun-filled and educational weekend. Click on the link in the show notes to find out more and get your tickets. Payment plans are available.
This event has sold out each time it happens, and this year is selling quickly.
Orgasms are not guaranteed. Participation is not required. Hi, this is Ed.
And this is Phoebe.
Today we're talking about trichomoniasis.
Tricho what?
It is the most prevalent non-viral STI worldwide. Dun dun dun. Affecting approximately 3.7 million persons in the United States, according to the CDC. Many people mistake this parasitic infection for bacterial vaginosis, or BV, due to the similarities. We also talk about the emotional impact of getting an STI, which sucks.
Yes. We think trichomoniasis, aka trick, is common in the lifestyle, and we're going to tell you how to detect it, how to avoid it, and how to treat it. What's interesting is the 3.7 million affected individuals is just an estimate, since the CDC does not track this as a reportable disease. This topic may seem scary or disturbing, but our goal is to educate and provide answers to an STI you may be experiencing or may encounter.
But before we get started, Phoebe and I want to ask you for your help. We want to reach more people with our show, and here is how you can help. Rate and review us on iTunes and Spotify. Mention Swinger University on social media. Tell your friends about our podcast. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. All of our links are in the show notes. We really appreciate you, and we appreciate all the support you can give to us and our podcast. Enough business. Let's get to the facts. Trichomoniasis is caused by a parasite.
Ugh, gross. And what the hell?
Since only 30% of those infected develop any symptoms, and symptoms come and go, it's a really crappy STI that's very hard to tell if you've got it or not.
Yes. It's more common in women than men. Yay, us. Men can get it and typically have no symptoms.
Great.
The incubation is about 4 to 28 days. As with most STIs, it's a very wide range of less than a week to up to 3 weeks.
Right.
Or
Seems
more.
Like almost all infections are kind of in that 4 days to a month kind of a period. You never know exactly.
Exactly. So how does it happen?
Well, pre-cum, semen, vaginal fluids get on or inside your penis, vulva, or vagina. So fluid transmission. It's as simple as that.
Sex without a condom.
Sharing sex toys.
Touching infected fluids, then touching someone else, like hands.
Fingering somebody and then fingering somebody else and then fingering somebody else. Yay! You've got trichomoniasis and you got trichomoniasis and you too.
penis to vagina.
Vagina to penis.
Or vagina to vagina.
Oral transfer can occur, but it's very uncommon. I mean, the mouth is pretty good at handling and killing bacteria, so
Yes.
It's pretty hard in general to get diseases through the mouth.
It is, even HIV. So what body part is affected? For women, it's your vulva, your vagina, your cervix, your urethra. For men, it's their urethra. And in both sexes, it can be the mouth and throat, but it's rare. It's a possibility. It has happened, but it's rare.
Much less common, yeah.
Yes.
What are the symptoms?
Oh, golly. I'll talk about the women because I'm sure you don't want to talk about that.
I love talking about women except for this.
Us women, oh my goodness, we get the foul smelling vaginal discharge, the genital itching, painful urination, inflammation, lower abdominal pain, painful intercourse, symptoms that get worse during menstruation.
Yeah, so if you've ever been in a playroom or on the dance floor at a swinger event and had a very strong fishy smell kind of walk past you, it's probably not BV. We had actually thought it was BV, but doing the research for this episode, we figured out it's actually probably trichomoniasis.
Yeah.
The odor is kind of the giveaway for that.
Right. Although, oh my gosh, I don't know. We have an update coming on BV, and while it does still have an odor, it's kind of hard to tell, honestly. It could go either way.
Either way, yeah.
But because BV affects every woman, but not everyone gets the foul-smelling smell.
Right.
And you can have symptoms with BV that you don't even know about.
Right.
You don't have odor, you don't have smell, you don't have itching, you don't have nothing, but you have it.
Yeah. Asymptomatic is the worst because you're transmitting it and sharing it with the community, but you don't even know you have it.
Right. The key is you cannot transfer BV, but with trichomoniasis you can because it's a bacteria.
Correct.
So there are ways and situations, and like I said, we'll talk about this in the follow-up episode for BV. There are ways and situations that you get into that will, how do you want to say, offset your body, and you can get BV, right? Let's just go into it just a little bit. I know I'm doing this.
You're rabbit holing.
I know I'm rabbit holing. You're at an event, you drank too much than you normally would. It's going to throw off your pH. You are using different lubes because there's different people in the room and you're using their lube. That's going to throw off your pH. You used a condom that maybe you're latex sensitive. That's going to throw off your pH. Right. The condom itself may throw off your pH. It's got spermicide and it's going to throw off your pH. You've been playing for 2 days. You've been sitting in a hot tub for 8 hours a day. It's going to throw
multiple
all these things, that you don't normally do is going to freak your body out. And then, yeah, you probably get BV. So it's not the fact that you're playing with someone else. It's the situation that you're in.
Right. Yeah,
it's
situational. Too many things going on.
Yes. Things you wouldn't normally be doing sexually that you don't normally do. It's the situation.
And to clarify, trichomoniasis is a parasite and not a bacteria.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Parasite. Yes.
So still a microorganism, still swimming around inside of you. But parasites are not common in your normal flora and fauna.
Correct.
But bacteria are, and the crazy thing with BV, not to dwell too much on it, is it's too much of the wrong kind of bacteria.
Yes, there's probably about 4 or 5 in your vagina that they all play together. They're all nice teammates.
Keep everything.
Yes, but when one of the teams gets out of order, that's the problem.
They storm the field.
Yep.
And then all hell breaks loose.
All right, back on track. Treatment.
Oh, we're going to talk about men.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, gentlemen, If your junk is itching, that's never a good sign. If it is irritated inside your penis, if you've got that once again, that burning sensation, if you will, while you're, it says after urination, but I can imagine it's probably happening while you're urinating as well, or ejaculation. So even having an orgasm is going to burn or be irritating.
That's not good.
And once again, everyone's favorite, discharge from the penis.
Okay, let's move along. You don't need to elaborate on that.
Is there a faucet leaking? I hear a drip.
Oh my goodness. Rare cases of trichomoniasis can cause infections of the mouth and throat, just like we said earlier. Yeah. And same thing with BV. Rare. Treatment. Cured with medicine. 7 to 10 days. So
there's an anti-parasitic that you're going to take. Mm-hmm. So it's treated with antibiotics. Oh, I get to do all the...
Tinidazole. I know these things because, I'm a woman. Metronidazole and a few others.
Be sure all partners are treated at the same time. So if she's got it,
yep,
you've got it too. Even if you're asymptomatic and vice versa. If he's burning, you may be asymptomatic, and so you treat everybody at the same time and abstain from having sex with other partners.
Yep. And an untreated infection can last months or years, so you have to do something about it.
Yeah. They just keep growing and growing.
And just when you thought you were done, round 2, card girl comes out into the ring. Ding, ding, ding. 1 in 5 people get infected again within 3 months of treatment.
Eek.
So it's good to get checked 3 months later or sooner to ensure the infection is gone.
So is this a reemergence? Is this you didn't get them all the first time? Did they give us any clue? Did the CDC help with this?
Ooh, I'm going to have to follow up on that. I am not sure why they get reinfected.
Well, I guess that's good news, is you have something to look forward to in the future after you get rid of it the first time. The gift that keeps on giving.
It's just pure evil. I mean, as we said before, infected individuals with those symptoms can pass it to others.
Yeah, you can get it soon after sex with a new partner. Like if you can get it within 4 days, if you are maybe particularly susceptible.
Yeah.
There you go. You have a weekend of fun, and by Thursday, the hell is that?
And what's crappy too is that it increases the risk of getting other STIs, including cervical cancer.
Yeah.
Because it throws off your body's natural ability to fend off infections. It's like your burn victim example, right? Yeah. What happens with a burn victim?
You've damaged the system. Your body can't fight off infections because it's so busy trying to fight this infection off.
Well, and your skin's gone. Your outer layer is gone, right, which opens the door to other infections. So you eliminated some of your natural immunity, basically.
Yeah. So if you're sick, your body isn't equipped to fight off more infections, more issues, and so you end up with more problems.
Right.
And with the cervical cancer, there's a number of STIs that women get pretty regularly. HPV is another one, which puts you at a higher risk for cervical cancer. So your vaginal health, your sexual health is really important for a whole bunch of reasons.
Exactly. And so, the right thing to do is tell your partners that you had sex with, that you have trichomoniasis, and that they'll need to be treated. If you've tested for it and you have it, if you have the phone numbers of those individuals, right, you're still in communication, it's smart to be able to tell them. But it's challenging because of that window, right? 4 to 28 days.
What was the last partner you had sex with?
Right.
Was it the one from 4 days ago, or was it the one from a month ago?
Right. You could have been to 4 parties, especially during Halloween and Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't know a whole bunch of people between those time periods.
You went on a cruise. You went...
Okay, maybe I did.
So good luck trying to contact all those individuals.
Right? The random people in the party.
On the ship.
That you barely got their first names. If you even remember their screen names. After. And you're going to find out from them later. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a thing. And it's a risk.
And then, even if you do want to do the right thing, what if you don't have any symptoms and you have it? You can't even do the right thing because you don't know what you don't know, right? So that's why it's such a frustrating STI.
Yeah. And trichomoniasis may be the most important factor in contributing to BV. And there's a scientific study. We're going to attach it. It's going to be in the notes. We're going to have all kinds of cool sciencey things attached. So if you want to read up more about it, if you're suffering from this or, just want to know more so that you're protected,
yeah,
definitely read through the notes.
I got up close and personal with my OBGYN and I just straight out said, hey, I'm a swinger. Can you test for this, and this? Because it could be these other things. Because she knows I'm married and thinks I'm in a monogamous relationship.
The assumption is
until you tell them differently. And then they go, oh, well, let's test you for this, and this, right? So the more information that you give your healthcare provider, the more they can help you. And honestly, of the 3 people that I've told, like OBGYNs, they don't
Nobody
judge.
even blink.
They don't even blink. They're trained to not. Of course, I secretly hope that they are swingers themselves because
why not? Well, we've had some pretty cute.
I've had very cute doctors
and nurse practitioners and stuff. And
I know. I wouldn't be surprised if. Well, and we know that
and we all know nurses
are in the lifestyle. So I'm like, why nurses and doctors? All right. So, emotional ramifications. You're going to have frustration, anxiety, fear, you have rejection. You're going to feel a little isolated. You're going to feel guilty or embarrassed. Shame and feelings of filth or contamination. It's gross to have something change about your body. You're like, what the fuck is happening? This is disgusting. It's not normal. I don't know what's going on. It's fucking freaky.
Well, and it puts a huge bend in your normal daily activities because you're on a new regimen of medicine. You can't have sex with your partner.
Right. It impacts your quality of life with your love, your partner, your one and only.
And the sensations like having a really crappy, yeast infection, really bad.
Yeah. I hate it when I get a paper cut because it impacts my life.
Right.
It hurts me all day long. I'm always bumping into it. It stings with lemon juice and soap and hot sauce and all the other. Can you imagine? Right?
Yeah.
I don't even like how that feels. So the longer it takes to heal, the more your quality of life is impacted. So that's crappy. I keep saying crappy, but it's crappy. And your mood and personality are compromised due to worry and fear of other serious complications because sometimes you don't always know what's going on and then you have to call and make a doctor's appointment. It's just all very
you're on WebMD and you're ruling out it's not bubonic plague and it's not Ebola,
flesh eating disease and all the horrible things that you see. Of course they show you all the nasty photos up front,
right? So
totally get it. So just try to not overstress, but
there is hope. Be honest with your healthcare provider and you can get tested for these kinds of things.
So all right, so how are we supposed to prevent getting this if we want to go play in a lifestyle? What the fuck? I mean, is this going to stop us now from just doing sex with others, doing sex with others, having sex with
having
others?
Having the sex with others.
Having the sex.
Sexy time.
So what can I do?
Condoms do prevent STIs. So if you're playing bareback, you're at a much higher risk for contracting something like trichomoniasis or any of the other things.
Yeah.
So we can't stress the importance of condoms, or if you really want to go there, dental dams, and as an alternative to male condoms, penile prophylactics, you can use female condoms.
Yeah, and we're going to provide a link to that. I looked at those. They're kind of cool. They're different.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're different.
They're interesting.
Yeah.
It does put the woman kind of in control of what's going on.
And it covers the entire vulva area. So if you really want to protect that area and that's important to you, I say go for it. And then you can still swing and feel comfortable, right? I don't think anyone's going to freak out. It's not
not at all. It's just having used them before, it's kind of an unusual sensation. It's more apparent that there's a barrier than with a regular condom.
I see.
But I will say, give them a try. It's always fun to try new things with sex. So if you've never tried them, I say go out and buy some and give them a shot. See what you think.
I was going to order some, but the website I went to, there was this... you had to fill out a form, and it wasn't just free. It was like you couldn't just order them off of Amazon.
Find another source.
I need to, because anyway.
Well, when you get them, I'll try them out with you, honey.
Okay.
Just for scientific purposes.
Of course. You can have some preventative measures by limiting your play to partners whom you feel you have a very genuine and honest relationship with, that you can talk with them about their sexual health, and you trust that maybe they don't play too far outside their circle. That will help alleviate some of the fears and stress and concerns with STIs.
Right. Potentially people who are maybe less prolific with spreading the love, or maybe prefer less random connections with people.
Mm-hmm. And then, the last thing is your nose is going to tell you everything. If you smell an odor in the playroom, just stop. Don't take the risk.
Yes.
Even if you don't know what it is and it's just
totally not worth it.
Smells funky, just leave. So
yeah, and the long and short of it, because it is fluid transferred, even with a condom, it's going to come up over I've worn condoms for a while, and you get the juice all over.
Yeah.
So it's not like the condom's really preventing anything other than urethral contact, but it's all over your balls and the base of your shaft. So the fluid is there.
Right. So if the female has it, then it's going to get all over you. And then if you don't wash up well, then you're just going to pass it to the next person, even though you have a condom on.
And there you go, pollinating the flowers with the worst possible thing.
Yeah, I know. But some of the risks, it is a risk, and these are kind of those calculated risks that you have to weigh when you're getting into swinging.
Yeah. And the big thing too, another thing, we didn't have it in our notes, but wash between partners. Definitely switch condoms. If you're not already changing condoms, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. I will have you wash between partners for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm sensitive to just a lot of my pH is very sensitive, and I'm sensitive to other bacterias. And if I introduce too many random things at once, I do tend to get a flare up. So, yeah.
Take a water break. Take a little bird bath for the balls.
My goodness. So, we found a way to navigate around this in the lifestyle, and it's worked. Like I said, if you play with that closer knit circle, then you'll most likely have better communication among the women who let you know if something's off and they can't play. If you're in a playroom, you don't have that sensitive nose to detect it, then rely on your partner or a swinger sister who has your back, or your pussy's best interest. This also may mean you cannot throw all caution to the wind, and you need to be a bit more aware of your surroundings. Who has it, whose hands touched what, and if the bed sheets are clean. All in all, you can still have a good time. You might just need a little strategy or direct communication from time to time. Be sure to check out all of our links on this topic for further information.
Thanks for listening. The Swinger University needs your help. If you like our podcast, let the world know, or at least tell a fellow swinger or two. Not only will you be helping us, you'll be helping your fellow swing lifestylers. Please rate and review us on Apple, Google, and Amazon podcasts. You can share your favorite episodes on social media. We're at TikTok at Swinger University, Twitter and Instagram at SwingU Podcast. Email us at swingeruniversity@gmail.com and visit our website at swingeruniversity.com, where you can find more information as well as visit our affiliates page to get a free 30-day membership at Cassidy.com. Thank you for listening to Swinger University, your horizontal enrichment podcast.